Hello and welcome to Second Home. Art can permeate the very deepest part of us where no words exist. In today's episode, prepare to be awed as we present to you a unique type of art workshop and at the same time art therapy. We'll be talking to one of the participants, likewise the event organizer who organized today's event. We'll be seeing a different kind of workshop, art using strings. At this point, we will be talking to the main woman herself who organized today's event. How are you, Ms. Noor?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. And please tell us something about today's event.
Basically, today we're running a workshop called String Pull Art.
Okay.
It's basically focusing on a new techniques when it comes to art. And part of it is like an art therapy. So most of the art workshop we try to have like an art therapy techniques within it because you know, with the stress all week and all these things that happens, I think you deserve just to treat yourself in a way where you want to chill and relax.
Yes.
So this is where the artist part comes in, where she picks workshop that focuses more on art therapy and how to make you feel better through art.
How did you come up with this event? I mean, with this the art therapy thing?
For me, I don't go. I give it to the artist to pick what kind of workshops they wanna run, because for me, I know how to plan and execute.
Okay.
So I work on the concept of the whole workshop, like in terms of location, marketing, all these things, and I leave the subject to the artist because at the end of the day, she knows better. يعني I'd rather give her what she does better than me focusing on what she wants to do. يعني she's an artist. She has to have the freedom of what she wants to teach,
So
not me.
do you only organize art therapy activities?
No, actually, this is the second art workshop where we run. What we basically do is we host music events, art exhibitions, so music concerts, private engagement parties, weddings if someone wants. So everything related to art and entertainment we do.
Okay, so basically you're an event organizer. So
Yes.
you've been doing this for how many years now?
I started it as a hobby in 2006.
Okay.
And then I worked in the corporate in advertising for like 14 years, and then I decided that I wanna make this dream come true. So I came up with an agency called Not Necessarily Famous. The idea behind.
Where did you get the
Honestly,
name?
we live in a world where everyone is focusing on famous people, and we just put aside these talents that no one knows about.
Right.
So how these artists gonna become famous if you don't focus on them? You know what I mean?
That's right, like giving chance to
Exactly.
those who are
So
not
what
famous.
we do is we bring on board bands from abroad, artists that people knows about but not that famous.
Okay.
So people keeps asking us why you're not getting like famous artists and all these things, and I was like, please just look at the name. We're not necessarily famous, and we bring the not necessarily famous talents.
And
so
sometimes, yes, also I have to agree with you with that one, that sometimes these artists who are not famous, needs the break and are equally talented.
Exactly.
Or maybe even more talented.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Trust me, I've met a lot of artists. They have so much talent that if you want to compare them to one of these famous musicians now, it's nothing.
Okay, so going back to your job as an event organizer, I call it a job, or it's a passion?
It's a passion, honestly.
Okay, you have another job.
Yeah, I work also as a project manager in a coffee shop.
Okay.
It's called Volume 1. So basically I have two full-time jobs, if we want to call it that way. But I'm running my dream, and I'm also like having a job so it can support my dream.
Okay.
So this is basically what I do. And I'm a chef on the side too.
Okay, so you're multi-skilled.
Yes.
Okay. So going back to today's event, what are the challenges that you faced in organizing a small event as compared to a big one?
Honestly, I think I had only one challenge, and I don't consider, every day you're gonna have it.
Okay.
My speciality is in music events, not in art workshops. So alhamdulillah, we have been running 2 workshops and it went smooth.
Okay.
So people are liking the idea of like their music planner running their art workshops at the same time. So I'm hoping we expand, we go more into lifestyle workshops,
Okay.
yoga stuff, because everyone is focusing on fitness and health now.
That's right.
So it's nice to take part of their kind of habits and stuff they like to do.
Okay, so how do you market this kind of activity? How
It
do
depends.
people find out about
It
it?
depends on what kind of event you're running. So for example,
Like this particular
this one we're
art
you're
therapy.
focused on social media because people spend so much time on social media.
Right.
No one reads newspapers anymore. No one opens magazine. Although my favorite magazine is Bazaar, so I keep reading it. TV, not a lot. It depends. So my focus is on social media, digital, so blogs, Facebook, Instagram. The word of mouth is still till now #1. And you have the support of all the communities around you. So if someone believes in you, they will
Okay.
support you. So no matter if they are taking part of it or not. So alhamdulillah, we have a lot of people who are supporting us and they are helping us. And alhamdulillah, we're doing good.
Okay.
Actually, we're doing great, but no, I don't want to.
That's interesting. So anyway, with regards to today's pull string art, can
Yeah.
you tell us more about this?
Honestly, when it comes to the techniques, I can't help you with that.
Okay.
Maybe we will talk to the artist later so
Okay.
she can give you more insights about it, you know. But it's not an easy workshop,
Okay.
but it's nice. It's because you have to be in a very peaceful mindset. You have to have that peaceful music in the background.
Okay.
Because there is like specific techniques and moves you need to work on.
So you don't necessarily have to be
An
you know,
artist,
an
no, and you
artist
should-
in order to attend
No,
this workshop.
No, at all. We pick the workshops.
So anyone can do it.
Yeah, if they
Okay.
are into art, yani you might be into art, but you've never done a workshop.
Yes, that's
so
right.
if you are into something, you will put an effort to actually do it.
Right.
So you're gonna have the result at the end. It might not be like 100% perfect,
That's
but at
right.
least you tried and you taught yourself something new.
So this is the first time you're doing this kind of workshop?
We did one last month. It was like mind and body workshop. So it was
Okay.
like the seating was on the floor. We had all the paints on the floor and all that. It was really nice. We had like 25 participants. And this one, it's
And
more
the
like
ages of the participants are
above
ranging
18.
from Oh,
Above
okay.
18, yeah. A lot of people ask us to do like kids workshop. We're thinking about doing that, but I prefer like focusing on us now because we are under stress
That's
and we
true.
have less stuff to do. So I'd like to give more for those who needs it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, talking about needing it, how important is art? Do you
Honestly, to
think?
me, it's. I think it's really important. Like I used to paint when I used to be a kid, and I used to play music, and I find it like a tool or a way where I can express my anger, my happiness.
That's right.
You can do a lot of things with art.
Okay.
So I think it's really important to educate yourself and even your kids, because now we live in a world where it's only everyone is living on their phones, so there is nothing to be educated about.
That's right.
And it's consuming your time. Like even the communication, there is no more communication happening between two people.
That's right.
Like you're always on the phone.
That's true.
You don't talk to your dad, you don't see your sisters, your friends, and
Right,
it's
right.
it's sad, honestly. Like yeah, I'm saying it, and I'm the most active person on social media. But now I reached to a point where when I go back home, I switch my phone off.
Okay. How do you manage your time with all the activities that you're doing?
I don't know, maybe because I'm a woman, we know how to multitask, so we can do it.
Anyway, any last words that you would like to give our viewers?
Keep an eye on our account if you are into art and music, and if you don't want to do that, try to encourage yourself to do more activities when it comes to arts, music, sport, anything. Like get yourself busy with something useful, and just try to stay away from your phone as much as you can.
Okay, smart words coming from.
And thank you guys, honestly,
Yes.
for having us. Although I'm someone who hates camera and being on TV, but this is really nice that you're showing to the other communities what
Right.
Kuwait is doing.
Yes,
Because
that's right.
some people focus on certain things, but it's not like you're covering most of the nationalities and expats and foreigners, because
right.
no one does that
This
anymore.
is like a melting pot
Exactly.
of culture.
So we really appreciate that, honestly.
Thank you very much, Ms. Noor, for your time,
Thank
and we
you.
look forward to witnessing today's event.
Thank you so much.
At this point, I'll be talking to one of the participants in today's workshop. She's an interior designer by profession, but an artist by recreation. Miss Mona Hamadi. How are you, Mona?
Thank you, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so tell me, how did you came about, or how did you know about today's workshop?
It was through Facebook. They have an event, and I was looking at, and it was very interesting. So I decided to come and participate.
Okay, so what what interest?
You know,
Did you
sometimes even if you're an artist, you need sometimes new technique. You
Okay.
need sometimes new vision, new communication with people, artists, other artists. So you can share your information and you get a new information from them. That's why I decided to come and participate.
Is this your first time to participate in this kind of artwork that they'll be doing?
Yes,
art.
it's a string art. Yes, this is the first time.
Okay.
But usually I do all the time participate in any interesting that I see interesting, definitely, and which I need also, which is required for my development in my art.
Okay.
Okay, I will take any course for this, even if it's outside of Kuwait. I definitely go around.
Okay, so what particularly, what kind of artwork do you do?
I do painting as tableau. I don't know how
Okay.
to find the word. It's that you can hang on a wall. As well, I'll do a piece of furniture.
Piece of furniture. okay.
Yes, like, you know, tables with the resin, where I put some semi-precious stones in it.
Okay.
Okay, as well as, like, say, credenza. Also, I'll do some. I will inlay, we call say it.
Okay.
The stones in it, so it will give us totally different. So every item I do, I cannot duplicate it.
Okay, so it's
There
more
is-
of customizing.
True, it's more customizing if someone wants it. It's according to color, and I have a very specific color to use, because sometimes with the resin, you cannot choose all the kind of colors.
Why is that so?
Because, you know, the resin, it's pop up the color. So if it's very bright,
Okay.
and they pop up the color, it will look
Really too shiny.
too shiny for something.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful in choosing the colors, even the light colors, so it could give you the right and beautiful piece that you needed.
Okay, please tell us more about this type of. I'm actually interested.
When you study colors, you will know.
Okay.
You need to, first of all, you have to practice it also, to try and error. But definitely knowing the basic of colors, it's made of what?
Do materials affect the color?
Yes,
that you're going to use?
definitely. You have different kind of materials that use the color. You have the powder, you have the acrylic, you have the oily oil and things. Oil, we don't use it, in fact. But still, it gives you different textures, different meaning even when you look at it. And the combination together, when they are combined, yes.
And blended,
they do give you something really amazing.
Okay.
At need times, it's very sticky, this material, the resin is very sticky, and it has a very bad smell. It needs ventilation, a very good ventilation. I do sometimes put mask for it, a very special mask. So it is very interesting work, and it is addicted.
Okay.
When you start it, you cannot stop.
It will take an artist to understand that.
No, not necessarily, dear.
Okay.
Even if you have nothing related to art, and you start looking, you're just looking. I have a friend of mine who comes to my house only to watch me working. She's addicted.
Really?
If she doesn't come 2 or 3 times per week, she will call me.
She'll be mesmerizing.
Hey, I missed something. What happened with this? What did happen to those colors? How did they mix? How did they end with?
As with regards to your job as an interior designer, so what mainly do you design?
Oh, I have a company also called Design and More. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you first. The artwork, I have it. It's you can follow me on Instagram. It is Ayadi Design.
Okay.
Okay, you can see the work, and definitely, by the way, definitely 100%. There is no way that you see in the picture is the same as reality. Reality is 100 times
a different
better.
thing. Yeah, okay.
Because you know the shining is not easy to capture it in a picture.
In a picture, yes.
No. So usually you look at it, you love the spirit. So you will come to my art place and you will see it. You love it, you buy it. You hate it, you leave it, and you choose something else.
Okay. So what do you specialize in your design?
Interior design. As interior design, we do start from A to Z. It's a contracting company also. We do the houses, let's say villas, restaurants. I have many restaurants. I already done it without names because I don't want to say them. And we and shops.
Okay.
Basically. From
So what
scratch.
type of artwork do you, I mean, designing do you do? Like, is it like rustic? Is it modern?
No, dear. It depends on the customer. You cannot.
okay.
You cannot. I cannot.
But for you, preferably?
I always prefer the modern, simple modern. Yes, the
Okay.
modern, definitely. Not the contemporary, the modern.
That is right.
Okay. It is for me, for my own life. It is. It's beautiful. I like it.
You being an artist, do you have any scheduled artwork or art exhibition in the future?
Yes, I will have 2 exhibitions. One in November 11. It will be in the Raya for
And,
2 days.
okay.
For 2 days. And the second one, it will be in Kuwait International Fair, Mirzam exhibition. It will be at the end of January.
Okay.
Both of them, I'm participating in it, and I hope to see you all.
How many artworks are you going to
It
exhibit?
depends on the booth that you're going to have, okay? So one of them, it is smaller than the other, but I will definitely have my furniture pieces,
Okay.
and I will have my painting also. Let's say, if we have the right to call it painting, as I said, but the painting there also.
Your paintings, your masterpieces, more or less how many have you done?
7,
Wow,
8.
okay.
Because every piece, it will take a lot of time to work.
This is
It
in
not
what,
easy. It's not
how many
easy.
years?
In 3 years.
3 years, okay.
Yes, because you know, when you start your work, this field, I'm talking about the resin, because before I was painting acrylic and oil.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with now. But when you learn the resin, you have to try it a lot till you get you know it well.
Yes,
And you
okay.
have this connection and knowing which kind of resin is better than the other because you try a lot of resins.
So basically, your art exhibit is resin
yes,
artworks.
Yes, yes, true, true.
Okay.
I hope to see you there. I hope to see you there.
Okay, anyway, thank you very much
Thank you
for agreeing to do this interview, and we look forward to your art. What do you expect, by the way, with this workshop?
What do I expect with this workshop?
From this
yes,
workshop.
I will expect a lot because she's going to teach us a new technique that I've tried many times and I failed. So definitely I will have something
So
to
this is
learn.
no easy medium that you'll be doing.
You see, for the beginner, yeah, it's not an easy, but when you get practicing it, everything like the teacher will have all the experience because she practiced it. But there is always in every work, there is a small technique that you have to learn it, okay, from someone more specialist than you.
Yes.
That's why we go to
the workshop.
To workshop, where that's why we go to university or to school. So we know, we learn those small techniques that usually you don't. Sometimes your eyes notice it, not the teacher tells you.
You have to do it yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing your artwork later on.
Inshallah. Thank you for you.
The pink, the strings, and paint, and playing with them. You're just going with the flow. Don't worry about mistakes. There's no such thing, okay? Anything that happens on your canvas that you don't like, we can totally play around with. So don't worry about, is this gonna look nice? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? You have extra paper, and this is for you to like do some trials. For example, you'd see like what's the difference if you just keep it straight, or maybe I would rather use gloves to spread the white paint all over the canvas. It's mixed with water. All the paint that we're gonna use, we're gonna mix it with.
At this point, we'll be talking to one of the participants in today's workshop. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, great.
Okay, kindly introduce yourself.
My name is John Fernandez.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I am a web designer and graphic designing. I do. Yeah.
So, can you please tell us something about your artwork now?
Just this is my first time on string art, so just trying my. I don't know what will come out, but just trying it out.
So, how do you find this type of artwork?
It's very abstract art. Okay, so most of the people are now going in for abstract art with mix of what do you call that, sketch. So I'm thinking of doing a later version with sketching with abstract art with mixed, you know.
So, you've spoken about abstract painting. Do you do any artworks before?
Only portrait.
Portrait. Okay, so you're very good in sketching.
Yeah, just sketching. Yes, not in painting.
So, what do you think you get out of this? Because they say this workshop is not only on string pull art, but on art therapy as well.
Actually, this is my hobby. I've been doing paintings and right from childhood, so I find more relaxed when I do all this stuff of things. Stress, it relieves you from stress. That's true. Yeah.
What kind of stress do you have? Do you get out of being a graphic designer?
Yes, work stress. Yes. When I'm busy in work, when I start doing this, my stress is relieved.
Okay, so what can you say about art? I mean, art per se, with regards to relieving stress.
It's difficult to explain because every individual has his own stress levels. Some do it by doing their exercises and all. But some, if you go back to your childhood hobbies, what you're doing, been doing in your childhood, of course, that will relieve. Since the art was my childhood hobby, when I do this, I find stress levels completely going down.
So you would say art is a very important part of your everyday activity, maybe.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So now, do you choose the color that you will be using here?
What colors just comes to mind. You have to play with colors. It doesn't matter what colors you're using it. Just play with the colors, and the canvas will speak for yourself.
How important is the medium that you use, like the type of paint that you use?
For me, it's just a hobby and pastime. That's all. Just create something and then wipe it out with white color again, redo it again.
What type of paint did you use here?
Acrylics.
Acrylic.
Yeah,
So
acrylic.
can you tell us something about acrylic paint?
It dries faster and you can work faster on this. That's the main thing
How
about
about the colors?
it. Colors are always bright. You can choose, mix up colors, whatever you want, make it your own colors.
So acrylic paint actually, does it blends well?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. Acrylic and oil paints, even watercolors on paper, it blends well. Yeah.
So you think you'll be doing a lot of this string pull art activity?
Yes, and my daughter is also into this only because she'll be going for fine arts also. So yes, it's in the blood, you can say.
Okay, so I look forward to the end result of your artwork. Good luck. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode and were relaxed. Let me leave you now with this code. Where words fail, art speaks. From Second Home, this is Rowena Tino. Good day.